Time. I'm not even close. Good morning, good morning, good morning, y'all. Good morning. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? All right. The first thing I want to do this morning, first of all, go to YouTube to really get this show because I really want to. I really want to have this conversation this morning before we get started. Today, Mars and Venus will be in effect today. Obviously, the Duchess will be here later, and we're gonna have a good conversation. But let me just start. There's a few things I want to talk about first. First of all, I want to talk about Kanye, or Ye, or whatever y'all want to call it. All right, let me get the sound right. And also, before I play music, we're gonna play house music. I got a lot of requests to play some house music today, so I'm gonna rock some house music. Those that live in New York City, Chicago, Jersey, shout out to Detroit, Chicago, Jersey, Zanzibar, and Jersey, the Shadow, Parrot, 1018, the Paradise Garage, Ecstasy Garage, all the different clubs. Broadway International, all the different clubs that played house music back in the days, all in DC, in the DMV area, all the classic house music dudes. I want to shout y'all out. So I'm going to dedicate this to y'all. But let me just I'll make one little statement about Kanye before we get started. Yes, we don't believe in anti-Semitism. We don't believe in, because the Semite is not just a Jewish person, it's the people from that area. And so we don't believe in hate, first and foremost. But also we do recognize that Kanye West suffers from mental illness, and so we definitely pray for that brother and the things that he said. But the fact that the entire industry has gotten together to try to ban him is, to me, I think it's a little problematic, if you ask me. Number one, and number two, even though we do not condone that kind of behavior, but my question is very simple. When Elon Musk did it right on the stage, he's doing Heil Hitler salutes. I didn't hear any blowback, but everybody is quick to jump on Kanye. So I think at this point, we got to pay attention, and we have to say, hey, man, if you're going to be mad at everybody who's doing it. That's how you stop the anti-Semitism, and you stop the Jewish hate and all that kind of stuff. Don't flip out and do videos about Kanye. I should have been doing videos about Elon Musk. That's all I had to say this morning. Let's get back to the music, though. That's my opinion. Let's go. House music all day long. Let's go.
In the beginning,
we know Kanye got mental illness.
And from this groove came the groove of all grooves.
We know we got intermission.
One day viciously going down on his box, Jack Rowland declared, "Let there be house."
Come on, let's go. Let's get back to the music. Come on. I've been getting a lot of requests for house music, so I won't set this house music off thing this morning. We'll get to the parties a little bit. We rocking a little house music this morning. Let's go. Come on.
Break it down.
I don't like when people want to jump off the top rope on us, but when the wheel spills through it, nobody don't say nothing. I need the ADL and everybody to get back at your man Muskie. How good? You know, Ye's just a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Muskie's got the keys to power. What's that about? Let's go, y'all. Out to the building. Come on. Anthony Bonner, good morning. Let's go, y'all. Mars, Venus, and all planets in between. Don't take your anger out on the wrong person. Let's go. Yeah. House was one of the biggest songs. I'm gonna bring y'all back.
This is a journey.
I'm gonna bring y'all back to the era of house music. Let's go, y'all. Come on. Come on, Dan Brown. Listen, I don't excuse the rant. I think there's something wrong. Yeah, I think that the brother got some mental bipolar issues, but I still think
He's just a rapper. He's a music guy. Come on, let's work.
I'm gonna check who got the keys to power in this country. Come on. House music, y'all. Let's go, y'all. Come on. Brown, good morning. I don't believe in selective outrage. Let's go, y'all. Unction the bill. Let's go. House music. This is dedicated to all my Chicago dudes, all my Detroit, all my Jersey house dudes. Let's go. Come on.
Back to get wild. On a strength with house style. And I can do this. I'm getting bigger. I throw bass and you fetch like trigger. You're being rocked by the man Doug Lazy. Getting hyped, the girls going crazy. Poetry and house getting raw. And I support it, kind of like a broad would. I feel I should, you know. And if you're ready to shake that, let's go. Pump the rhythm that I can rhyme to. Cause it's time to let the rhythm pump. You got to let the rhythm pump. You got to get on down. Move, jump, jack, your body. Move, jump, jack, your body. Move, jump, jack.
Reggie, the man, to shout you out, brother. Hope you had a good birthday last night.
Get ready to let the dogs loose. Get ready to let the dogs loose. Get ready to let the dogs loose. Yo, fellas, let the dogs loose.
Let's go, y'all. Come on.
Stop! 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 Move, jump, jack, your body.
There's not a problem that I can't fix. Because I can do it in the mix. Because I can do it in the mix. In the mix.
Hey, I really down. Playing the game to do.
Turn y'all on some house music. Let's go.
Hey, I really down. Your love will never do.
Shout out to all the house music dudes back in the day. All the dancers. Paradise Garage. Larry Levan. Doug Lazy. Let's go. Come on. DJ Cool. Come on. All the house DJs. 1018. What up? These joints used to rock all night long. When I tell you, you didn't let out until like 2 o'clock in the afternoon the next day.
There's a moment in life.
These joints started around 2, like they really got popping around 2 o'clock in the morning. Didn't let out till 12, 1 o'clock the next day. The party was going. Everybody was in shape. Everybody was dancing back then. You cannot do hip hop history without putting house music in there. You got to put the house music in there. You can't do it. Shout out to the Shadow. Shout out to Mars 2112. 1018. The Underground. Zanzibar, Jersey, Newark, what up? Stand up, Zanzibar, East Orange, what up? Shout out to Detroit, Chicago. Y'all know what it is. Chicago gets down. This is where it really kind of got popping at in the Midwest. If you from Chi-Town, you know what it is. Come on.
Ways we give no slack. 7 ways to make you check. This is Hercules. And I will check it.
Yeah, Reggie, we had a great time with Reginald Maney yesterday. Hope you had a good time on your birthday, man. I tell you, the Duchess loved you so much. She was like, man, I cannot believe how. And you talk about your wife who was a few years older than you and how you guys stay together and do what you got to do. Man, I tell you one thing, man. I tell you, the Duchess fell in love with you yesterday, man. She told me that I love her, Reginald Maney. He's the man. Let's go.
Why I love you.
Shout out to Colonel Avon, Robin S., Marshall Jefferson, all those great house MCs. Let's go. 553 in the morning, Unction in the building. Let's go. We don't like selective outrage. If you're going to be mad at it, be mad at all of it. Be mad at all of it. Yeah, we know that Kanye got some mental issues, so we take that into consideration. Maybe we need to talk about that, but and if we don't, I don't agree with the rants and all that kind of stuff. But I never heard him say the people. He was talking about the people he was doing business with.
Yo, I'm going to
Woo! But the way y'all came at him, you know, all right, I agree. Maybe that was a little too much for him. He went too far. But y'all didn't say nothing. I heard crickets when Muskie's up there doing the Hitler salute.
Yo, this party started, right?
Iambic pentameter.
This party started, right?
Just saying, make it fair. Get everybody. If you was around during the days of Larry Levan down at the Paradise Garage, if you understood what that party was like, I gotta tell you, that was the sickest party I've ever seen. That party kept going all night long. They was rocking reel-to-reels, turntables, cassette decks, and tapes. They was putting everything in. The music was coming from everywhere. Let's go. Come on. Come on. And if you even go to the APT joints in New York City recently, they'll be rocking this with a live band behind it. It's crazy. Let's go, y'all. The morning emails, all emails, and females get it poppin' this morning. House music. A little trip of understanding what music was like back in the day. On Thursday, we taking you back. House music. Let's go. House music. Come on. Let's go. Shout out to the JHC Dancers, the IOU International Outstanding Unit. Come on. 4, 3, 2, 1. Shout out to everybody who used to get down on the floor. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go, y'all. Come on. Everybody in the DMV area rocking. Everybody in Detroit rocking. Everybody in Chicago rocking. You know what it is. Come on. Colonel Abrams, Marshall Jefferson. Let's go, y'all. Come on. Come on now, let's go. What y'all know about this house music? Come on, come on. These parties, you're right, Reggie, these parties should not stop until 2 o'clock the next day. All night long. Dim da da. Let's go, y'all. Come on. What you know about this house music? Come on, come on, come on. Listen, I don't agree. Hold on. This is Younger Brothers joint. This record was the biggest record for the Jungle Brothers, and they changed the trajectory of house music around the world. Let's go, y'all. 558 in the morning. Let's go up to the building.
Too strong. Check this out.
What you know about this house music?
Work, 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 come on, let's work. To the bone, 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 come on, let's work. To the bone, 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 come on now, work me to the bone, bone, bone. Let's work me to the bone, bone, bone. I will work you to the bone, bone, bone. I will work you to the bone, bone, bone. Let's work to the bone, bone, bone. To the bone, bone, bone. Come on, let's work it to the bone. Come on, let's.
Hey, girl, we got a party to go to tonight. But all right, I've been saving up all day just for this. Oh, my. Move on. Oh, my. Move on. Oh, my.
Shout out to my man Busta Rhymes. I'm trying to get him to come on this morning. He'll tell you about house music. I'm saying if he'll come on this morning, if he'll come on for a few minutes, that'd be crazy. I'm talking to him now.
You feel the tension in the air.
Woo!
Now you're high. You getting down.
Let's go, Reggie.
Down is just your type. GMNTOSE picking it to you right. So come on, party hardy all night and wiggle it just a little bit. I wanna see you wiggle it just a little bit. As it grows.
Let's go, y'all. Come on. Morning emails, all your mails, tree emails. I'm to the bill. Let's see the pop. I'm talking to Buster. Buster might come on this morning. That'd be fun. Hey, babe, you know, the mic's are strong. You can fit here. All right.
Check this out.
That's your headphones right there. Let's go, y'all. Come on. We rocking this morning. 6:01 in the morning. I'm to the building. Before I get back to my
House Nation.
all right, that's crazy, man. I'm gonna get back to the house. I got a special treat. Once Kim comes on this morning, I'll get back to some more house music. Now we're gonna jam a little skate music for y'all. Let me calm it down a second. Man, you don't even understand house music, man. Like back in the days, this wasn't nothing. There was no gender thing. It was just about music, man. And me in school would go to the house clubs because, you know, the ladies was always there. So we go there. We follow the ladies. How'd that go back? And all the dancers would be there rocking. What a great time, man. Again, super shout out to the Garage, Paradise Garage. Super shout out Larry Levan, one of the best DJs in the history of house music. Artists like Colonel Abrams, Robin S., Marshall Jefferson, Doug Lazy, Arthur Baker, all the house people. They used to go to the DJ booth with half-inch reel of reels. It was crazy back then. Just to give y'all a history of what we do in the morning. Man, love it, man. I love it. Let's go, y'all. Come on. Just don't drink the punch, Reggie. Just don't drink the punch. They laced that shit with PCP, bro. Come on.
Your hands, everybody, and everybody just clap
Your hands.
I'm fly girls, clap your hands. I'm fly guys, clap your hands. Well, if you're feeling all right and you think you're on, somebody let me know. Well, everybody in the place put a whistle in your face, scream it out and say, yo.
Let's go, y'all. Come on.
You don't stop. I rock the rhythm that makes your finger pop. I said hip hop, that's a lot. Come on, everybody, give me what you got. I'm gonna take a little story about the Sugar Hill Gang with the pow pow boogie and a big bang bang. And if you wanna rap to the Sugar Hill, gotta rap in the key of R.A.P. Now that is over, I'm ready to jam. Want all your people to clap your hands.
Y'all just talking to Buster.
Scream and shout, we're gonna turn this mother.
I wanted to get on.
All of your people that are ready to jam, scream it out and say, I am. Somebody, you know you're hot. See ya.
Good morning. How y'all feel out there this morning? Let's rock out. Let's go. All right, Instagram, we're gonna rock with you for a second. Don't eat none of the fruit either.
I want action. Show me, baby. I need action. I got no time to lose.
We love the music. Let's go, y'all. Come on.
Save your breath. Don't say a word.
We almost there. Let's go.
Tell me nothing I ain't already heard. Sweet promises and love.
A special Valentine's Day edition of Mars, Venus, and all planets in between. Unction and building the Duchess will be here today. Let's go. Come on.
No, I don't want to tell you my side. Don't want to hear that you think I'm fine. I got eyes. And I like to see. What is
Let's go. Come on now. Wow. Look at Kimmy. Kimmy backstage early. Let's go. Come on. Hi, Kimmy.
Good morning.
Did you hear me playing house music this morning?
I did. I'm a Crystal Waters fan.
If you feel it in your bone, yeah.
Let's go.
You get it on.
We rocked it this morning. Let's go, y'all. I'm to the building. End of the week. We rocked out. Let's go. Shout it out. Let's work. Thursday's work. Happy Valentine's Day. Free Valentine's Day, all ladies out there. Let's go. I'm in the building. Come on. We went from the clubs back to the park, to the skating rink. Let's go, y'all. We rocking this morning. We want to be Coco's coming in this morning. We have a good time today. A A A A A A A A A A A A B B B B to the B C C C C C C. One time for your mind as we move on. One time to the mind. It's the early morning. The morning emails. Your males and females. Come on, y'all. Let's get down. Hi, Kimmy.
Hey, Maze.
How you feeling this morning, Kimmy?
I'm feeling like it's Grown Folks Thursday.
Grown Folk Thursday, y'all. Grown Folk Thursday, y'all. Let's go. Oh, man, we killing them.
Can't leave now.
No, we can't leave now.
Runaway love.
Again. We've been through this before. And I'm tired. I'm fine. Sick and tired.
We let the children, but the grown folk got to take the lead when it comes to this music thing. We got to give them that direction. You know what I'm saying? Don't throw your wisdom in the garbage. Come on now. Now we rocking. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, Anthony Barney, it's going down today. Go to YouTube. Y'all know where it's at. The music don't get stopped. Come on.
You're playing with my feelings.
Happy Valentine's Day, pre-Valentine's Day, the Valentine's Day edition of the morning emails, all your males and females. Make sure you do something nice for your lady tomorrow. Do something nice. Take her out to dinner, have some good time. Just spend some good time, quality time with your lady tomorrow. And if you don't have a significant other, ladies and men, just find a friend and have a great time. Let's go, y'all. Up to the building. Come on. Rock that.
Hey.
Watch this. Break it down. Come on, Kim. Let's go.
Uh-oh.
What you know about this, Kim?
Uh-oh.
What you know about this, Kim? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, they love you, Kim. Oh, look at the stars. Stars and stars. Let's go. Oh my goodness. I got a little. Let's break it down, Kim. Come on. Turn it up. Let's go. Stop. Oh, where Kim's the camera go? She done broke the camera. Hey, Kim, you need a breather? You're like, I need a rest. Did Kim take a break? Let's go, Midwest. Come on. Let's go, Midwest. Kim, we lost Kim. Give me back. Oh, wear Kim ass out today. Let's go. Up to the building in the morning. Emails, all your males and females. Get it popping this morning. Let's go, y'all. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I don't like selective outrage, though. That situation they doing with Kanye is crazy. Like, yeah, I got you. It's wrong. I admit it. I think he might have went too far, but still, he's just a rapper, B. What you doing? You're like, what happened to you, Kenneth? That was too much. That was too much, Kim.
Yep. Old folks Thursday.
Old folks Thursday. Let's go, y'all. You got tight on. Let's go. Shout out.
Hey. Come on.
In the street.
Hey.
Go get him. Bow wow wow yippee yo yippee yay. Bow wow yippee yo yippee yay. Let's go. You say it.
Bow wow, yippee yo, yippee.
Hey. Bow wow.
You say it. Bow wow wow yippee yo yippee yay. Bow wow yippee yo yippee yay. Hey hey.
Bow wow wow yippee yo yippee yay. Bow wow yippee yo yippee yay.
Uncle Ace, chase the cat. Good morning, y'all. I'm to the building. Wow. We in the streets now. Let's go.
Hey.
Got that right. I would love to get back on the dance floor. Got to those that can't no more. I represent for that era those that can't do it. I still do it. I'm to the building. In the morning emails, all you males and females. Wow.
Oh.
Turn up. Lincoln Terrace Park, Brooklyn, what up? I-55, Brooklyn, what up? Prospect Plaza, what's good? Down the hill, up the hill, Bristol Park, what's good? All the way down to Stefflo, we rock the house. Let's go, y'all. I'm to the building. Brownsville, Tilden Project, stand up. Cypress, Brownsville houses. Let's go, y'all. Come on. Step on it. Let's go. We rocking this one. 6:13 in the morning. Wow. Oh my God.
Hey. Hey.
Is that crazy or what this morning?
Woo.
I got one more bonus joint I want to play.
Woo.
Wow.
Let me open up my balcony door.
This, we started off rocking house music. What up, DJ Prima Lemur? We started off rocking house music. Prima, I'm going to call you after. We started off rocking house music this morning. I want to end it because I don't know if everybody heard this morning. But to me, when you play house music, there's one song that locks it all together that said this would be house music. So I'm going to play it right now. Here we go. There's one song that gets on it. Let's go, y'all. Let's turn up this morning. Happy Valentine's Day. Thursday's work. Unks in the building. Let's go get them. Come on, Kimmy. Get them knees up. Get them knees up. Bounce, 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 bounce. What you know about this, Kim? We this morning. 6:15 in the morning, we rocking. Let's go. We're going to get it popping this morning. Unks in the building in the morning. Emails and females. Let's get it popping this morning. Come on. You ready, Kim? Are you tired yet?
I already have my knees up.
Gotta have house music.
Yeah.
I know.
Get them knees rocking. I got new knees, Lieutenant Dan.
Music. You can't go wrong.
I got the new knees now. I can rock now. Let's go.
Hey, come on.
Music.
All night long.
Shout about this morning, Unks in the building. Come on.
Music.
Yeah.
Where I want to be.
What y'all know about this?
It's gonna set you free.
Rock your body. Rock your body. Rock your body. Rock your body.
Rock your body.
Come on now.
Rock your body.
You can be 52 in
Rock your body.
Let's go, y'all.
Hey.
Wow. Oh my God. Monkey, come here. Your father mess up and fall out. Come here and get your dad. Can somebody come get your father? Woo!
And get your auntie.
Get your auntie, please. Oh my God. Oh man. Aqua lung.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we rocking this morning.
Early in the morning.
That's what we do. Invitation to inspiration with no mitigation. Oh man.
Woo.
Hi, Kim.
Hi, Lace. That was dope.
Yeah. You know.
Listen, once I heard Crystal Waters, it was over for me.
Yeah.
I'm a gypsy girl, that type of dance. I love it.
Yeah, that's
I
New
put
York
that
City.
on my repeat at least 3 times before I go to the next song.
First of all, that's New York City. That's the 80s in New York City. That's Chicago in the 80s. That's Detroit. That's Jersey.
Baltimore.
Baltimore. Man, house
Woo!
so incredible back then, man. You know, it wasn't nothing tagged to. It was just dancing. All the girls. Listen, if y'all was smart and y'all want to find the girls, now y'all can go to the hip hop club where they beat everybody up. But y'all have to slide your ass over to the house club. That's where all the girls are dancing. And you know the girls that was in shape because they was the ones that was dancing. So you know if they was in shape, you know what their bodies look like. Hey, listen, I'm trying to help y'all.
Hey, come on.
Uncle Lays, and then it kind of turned into my. Shut up, Lindsay. That's okay. We don't want to talk about that part. If I seen you niggas in Doc Martin boots, I'm telling on y'all.
Oh.
Wow. Wow. Good morning, Kimberly. How you feeling?
Hey, Lays. Today's Thursday. You know, I got on my stars. I didn't put on, you know, I figured if Kendrick Lamar can be
Got the Kendrick
American.
Lamar stars on there. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. Shout out to Busta Rounds.
American woman.
I just finished talking to Busta, man. I was trying to coax him to come on this morning. He just coming from the studio. Busta,
Come on, Bust. You may as well get on there.
Yeah, you might as well get on here and
You
talk.
may
to
as
him.
well come
Well, he
on here.
hears
You're
us
just
now,
getting
so
home.
He's checking in. Thank you, Bus. We love you, brother. Love you. We definitely want and I don't care what Anthony Barner says. Busta
Did you
Rhymes.
like my Busta Rhymes in impression though? Godfather.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
It's good. It's almost as good as mine.
I know.
Peace, Godfather. The extraordinary vernacular that you have displayed in this situation has made the articulation completely obligatory. And
Go ahead.
Busta be talking. Busta make you feel like you're the most important person.
Yeah, like damn.
Like, wow, I'm just the valet.
You know. Listen, I
me.
need him on my alarm clock.
Right, the way you pick up
Wake up, Queen.
the key and then put it in the car and bring it to me, brother.
Yeah.
Driving skills is automotively incredible. I mean, like, damn, bud. I love you, man.
Yes. Yes.
All right, today is a pre-Valentine's Day version of Mars and Venus. We're gonna have a conversation with the Duchess. I'm gonna try to see if I get her on camera with me today, or is she gonna go and do it in her whatever energy she wants to be in. We're not sure yet.
She needs her own energy because you know she's gonna bring it.
Because I got on her nerves this morning. I'm being honest.
Already, damn.
Yeah, I got on her nerves. I'm about to knock out just getting him from the studio. I know. All right, Buster, he says he's coming on, but not this morning. He just going home. He just getting him, but we'll set it up for next week or the week after.
All right.
We're actually doing a beautiful song with him, the Brooklyn Anthem, Big Daddy Kane, and Lil Kim, and a lot of people on the record. So it's gonna be great.
Nice. Let me know when the video is. So I can come to the video taping.
Yeah. We're definitely gonna be a video for that.
Well, I'm not from New York or Brooklyn, so I'll just be back there.
Definitely a Brooklyn,
like a fan. Brooklyn, always funky fresh. Brooklyn, always funky fresh.
Service a masterclass hip hop history. I like that. We're gonna thank you, Reginald. Reginald's birthday was great, and the Duchess absolutely fell in love with Reginald. Yes,
he's the best.
She fell all the way in love with Reginald, and it's like I gotta tell you, Reginald when he said about how he takes care of his wife and his wife is a little older now, you know, still beautiful, but doesn't move around like she used to. And he said, you know, what we gonna do on my birthday, we gonna get in the bed and watch some movies with me and my wife. Man, yo, Reggie, you just killed it. You killed everybody at that.
Show him OG.
Yeah, OG showed us how to do it, man.
That's right.
He sat back and was like, yeah, but this is what we gonna do. And me and my lady, we gonna ride this thing out till the wheels fall off, and we gonna watch some Tubi, man. We're gonna watch some Tubi.
That's what I'm talking about. That's
and
love.
Let me tell you something. You just destroyed. That was the best Valentine. You just killed everybody, and you killed everybody. There's every man in this world, universe, all the Kevin Samuels guys, all them guys, they now have to go bow their head in shame. Because in a few strokes of a pen, that's what the OG do. In a few strokes of a pen, he just reset the bar.
That's right.
Your woman. Yo,
that's right.
Reginald Maynard, everybody. We love you, man. We love you, bro.
That's right.
Anyway, I do have something that I have a bone to pick.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's Kanye West. Now, listen, first of all, Kanye, we all know who Kanye is. He's a special kind of guy, right? He's an artist.
Short yellow bus special.
Short yellow, brilliant bus, genius level special. Most genius level people are a little bit off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm Lazy Lays. I consider myself a little bit of a genius level guy, but I'm a little bit off. I ain't your regular smuggler. I don't do shit like regular people. I spend my whole day doing different shit. I'm not motivated by the same shit most people are motivated by. Now, I'm not, Kanye West, but Kanye West, obviously, to be such a genius, there's going to be some things it's basically autism. We are all have a little bit of autism, and Kanye is a guy that has that autism. We hyper focus on things, and we speak in conjecture, and he speaks in conjecture based on what his reality is. You got the entire Jewish community jumping off the top rope. They got a video. They had Lenny Kravitz in the video. Lenny Kravitz, Drake's in the video. You want to see this video? You want to see this? Okay, let me show you this video. It's a fuck Kanye video, which I think is the worst. Well, first of all, shout out to my man from Earn Your Leisure, because they really put it in context, right? They put it in context. They were like, yo, you know what? Kanye is not the leader of the free world. This dude, Elon Musk, is doing Heil Hitler salutes, and it was all crickets. But when Kanye had his little rant, they all jump. They made a video. This is how they jump. When a black dude do it, that's the difference. Elon is Will's pills. Kanye is a black man. When a black man does it, it's just out of control. And now they jump. Let me just show you this video. This is what the entire industry got together. Yo, Kim, the entire industry got together to do this. I mean, the agents dropped them, everything. But let me just show you this. This has got to be the most ridiculous thing I've seen in my life. Here we go. This is look at this. You see this? Let me turn. Can you believe this shit?
Oh,
they made t-shirts.
Oh. And they got the little Havna song.
Yeah. That's Bloomberg. Mel Brooks. Lenny Kravitz. Come on, B. The dude from fucking, what's his name? Woody Allen, of all motherfuckers, Woody Allen. This nigga was fucking on his daughter. Yo, this nigga, come on, man. Fucking Happy Madison. This is some bullshit. Let me just say this to you.
Adam Sandler?
This is some bullshit. Fucking Happy Gilmore. I mean, fucking. Oh man, this is some bullshit. First of all, wow, this is some bullshit.
The guy Musty does a Heil Hitler twice
right.
in a crowd,
right?
And no, there's no fuck Elon. There's no
right.
Okay, so
it was crickets. The ADL, the Jewish Defense League, nobody said nothing. They said nothing. All right. Now, a rapper, some fashion rapping, bipolar, basically should be probably medicated guy, right? Kanye West. That's who he is. He's a smart guy, but he's basically on medication just to level himself out. And then when I read the rants, he was talking about, and I'm not making no excuses because I don't believe in anti-Semitism. You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all,
everybody is talking shit about everybody.
The original Jews look more like me.
Yes.
People, if you go to Israel, the Jewish people look, the real Jewish people there, the ones that have been there for thousands of years in that area.
Before 1948.
Right, before it was 1948. Before when Palestine wasn't Palestine,
yeah,
it was something else. And that the Holy Land is thousands of years old, and most of the people have this color skin. Most of the people's skin is this color. Okay. So I don't believe, and Semitism is not just a Jewish thing. It's
right
in that area, right? But I don't.
But they've made it so that Semitism only speaks upon
the
white Jewish.
It's not true.
Yeah.
And if you really understand the history of the Jewish people and because Judaism is a religion, it's not nationality.
Right.
It's the first time that there's so many contradictions there, right? It's a religion, it's not a nationality.
So many.
But they say it's a nationality, which is fine, because there are many different people and there's nothing against that, right? We love it. If you want to go back to the Hungarian dynasty and the Habsburgs, I can give you a history lesson about the origin of the European Jews, right? And explain and the Jewish rabbi will give you a history lesson, and they will explain it to you as to what. Okay, oh, keep getting up like that, Kim. All right.
Oh,
Sorry.
Where's the other shoe?
Trying to stay focused here, okay? Coming here with all that blue stars on and shit, start some trouble. Hi, ladies, could you please get back to the juice? Shut up, Lindsay.
Get back to the juice.
Well, anyway, if you really want to hear the historical of the Hungarian dynasty, the Crusades, and all this other stuff that went down, there's so much there. It's layered, and there's conversations that need to be had. It's not as simple as what they've discussed, right? So we can't oversimplify it. But my problem is, and this is what I'm saying to y'all, is that when you single out Kanye West, an entertainer, kind of, he hasn't really made a lot of music that's really been on the charts. He's been kind of like ostracized with his deal with Adidas and all that kind of stuff. And they kind of jumped on him before about it. But we've established the fact that Kanye's got some mental stuff going on over there, some bipolar action. He needs to be medicated in a lot of ways. And he had his lady there. They're looking at Kanye, number one, as if he's a world leader and he's completely sane. And can we agree that based on some of the actions from Kanye West, that he may not have 100% of his faculties a lot of time, and sometimes he goes on social media like some of the young people today, and they rant, and he's ranting on social media based on some of the things he's going through. But when you are next to the seat of power in this country, like A.B. Muskie, and you start doing Heil Hitler salutes, it is very disingenuous from the community to not take that man to task. It's extremely disingenuous. And before I go on to Black Facts, it looks and smells like racism from that community. And they don't even understand that, no, this is racism personified in your community. All right. And let me explain to you how much I love and respect my Jewish brothers and sisters. My family, I'm from Williamsburg, Brooklyn. We lived in my era, growing up, my father, Grady Brown, born and raised, grew up in Williamsburg. All right. Williamsburg, we shared the streets with the Hasidim, the Jewish community. We all lived together. All right. We would walk across the Delancey back and forth to Brooklyn. That's where my father's from. So I was there with my father and everybody. So I know and have had I have cousins, because we would intermarry in our family with some of the people from the Jewish community. So like Ronnie and Junior and all those people, we have cousins and everything that are part of the Hasidim and the Jewish community. We are very connected. There are a lot of black, dark-skinned Hasidim that you don't even see, whatever, because that's not the picture that they show. But we are very connected in the community. And the thing is, what I'm seeing, though, from the entertainment business is akin to a level of racism that you got to call out. Because you can say, on one hand, a black man with mental issues that goes on a rant is a problem. But the white guy, South African, who's in the seat of power, he is a heartbeat next to he had his son in the White House with Trump,
cussing him out.
Messing around, digging in, really just flexing on the world. That you understand what kind of flex that is when you got your like little baby son in there in the middle of an important business meeting. Son, Trump never had his son in there he's the president. He didn't have his son in there.
But you could see Trump's face.
Yeah,
like
Trump was very annoyed at this, as rightfully so. He's trying to handle business. And this guy got his little kid in there smacking shit around.
Do something then, Trump. Do something. You let him punk you out in front of everybody.
Well, he did punk him out. He did punk Trump out.
Yes, he did.
Doing that. That's a flex. But let me just say this, though. That's not even my issue. My issue, and plus, by the way, yes, he's funding fascism and Nazism on a global level. But let's just talk about this for a second. The ADL and the Jewish Defense League and all of the different Jewish organizations said nothing, and they went to his defense. when he did Heil Hitler twice.
But Lays, what do you think that is? Because they didn't say anything about the white boy, but they said something about the black boy. So is that, are they scared? I mean, what is that?
Yeah, the kid did say shut the fuck up to Trump.
He did.
Yeah,
he said shut the fuck up. And he said something like, get the fuck out the chair.
Right.
This isn't your chair or something like that. He walked up to Trump and said that.
Where do you think that?
Well, I don't know that he said that. It looked as if that was what he said. And then the narrator of the video said that's what the little boy said.
So when I see a video of all these people and Drake and Lenny, first of all, I got to tell you, as much as I really love, I like Kendrick Lamar and everything, and I try to stay neutral in that Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. I really am disgusted with Drake for being in that video.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the video because I didn't see Drake, but
he's one of the first guys. Oh, we got it right here. I will show you Drake. I mean, that was crazy. Drake is in the video. Drake is the first. All right, let me stop it right here. That's Drake. I'm gonna pull the video back, and let's go through the video real quick while we got time. I'll go to Black Facts in a second, but let me just, so y'all, this is what I'm saying. I need y'all to see it. Oh, here we go. Who you think that is?
Oh,
who
number one. Okay. Look at Drake.
Not only is he an artist, not only is Drake an artist, he's a music artist. He has controversy, him and Kanye, but him being in that video says a lot of fucked up shit. Let's get past him, Jerry Seinfeld, whatever. You know, all this. You remember, this is all the crew get together and do what they got to do, whatever. They're all good. Jack Black, you see him, right? But let's go, Bloomberg. Look at your man. Look at this guy. Who do you think that is?
Stinky Lenny Kravitz.
Lenny Kravitz. Ain't that something? Ain't that something?
And I was getting ready to sing American Woman when I put this on, like American Woman. That's my jam. Come on, Len.
That's Lenny fucking Kravitz.
Well, he could get it too. He could get it too. I mean, I'm only imagining the backlash that's happening from from this video.
You ain't coming in, Coco. Coco, come on in here. What you doing? Tell Coco to come in. Yo, it's crazy. And so, before we get to blackfacts.com, I just want to say, all this subjective outrage is ridiculous, and I think we got to call that shit out. I think we have to call that shit out. All that subjective outrage is ridiculous.
Yeah,
but because that if you want to say in a microcosm, if you want to explain racism in this country, it is just that simple and that subtle. What y'all can do, we can't.
Yep. So that stinky guy can stand up in the White House, in the Oval Office,
right,
with his stinking coat on, because he was hiding the smell, with his son running around.
He told it said
that's okay. I'm
get
going
out the
online
chair
for the video so I can comment.
He told Trump to get out the chair. You're not the selective outrage, which I said this morning.
Yeah.
And really, for me, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. For me, it's the saddest situation because we are mad at the wrong shit. And all you niggas driving Teslas and all that stuff need to really check yourself and really understand what this is. Now, when speaking about how to handle a situation, if you look at what happened with Target lost $16 billion in this quarter.
Yeah, they're going to continue losing because we're not done.
And it goes to show you how to hit somebody in their pocket. We can get on here and yell and rant and scream all day long, but if you don't hit a motherfucker in his pockets, it don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
With 45 million black people in this country, at least 65, 70 million Hispanics in this country, all the different people in this country, if you put together all of your buying power and stand on your principles, you will change the way the country moves, and you will shut these corporations down, because the wheels pills are not the consumers as much as the black and Hispanics.
That's right.
The black people in this country punch way above their weight when it comes to being a consumer, meaning you buy more shit than you're supposed to get. That's how these. How do you think these people got rich?
Right. We're the number one consumer.
Right. Talk to our Jewish brothers and sisters. Who you think they selling that shit to?
Which is another reason why they won't bother. This whole go back to Africa stuff isn't going to work.
Which is why I want to talk to my Jew. I want to take a second and talk to my Jewish community. I'm saying, hey, brothers and sisters, my Jewish brothers and sisters, stop that bullshit. Stop attacking black artists, especially the entertainment guys. We understand that we need to work on shit, but then put it in context. Because who the fuck bought y'all shit when y'all moved into the neighborhood? Who was the biggest consumer to the Jewish community? Black people. Who buys the jewelry? Who buys the clothes? Who buys the textiles? It's us. We're the reason why you move out of the tenements in Brooklyn and tenements in the Bronx, when you can move to Rockland out in Long Island. And who do you think sells the music, makes the music to keep the community strong? Because y'all run the entertainment community, which is fine. At the end of the day, I have no problem with my brothers and sisters from the Jewish community running the entertainment community. I have no problem with that. But let's put a little bit of respect on our name. When y'all get together as entertainers and businessmen and go after a Kanye West, a rapper, designer, a young entrepreneur, this man is not at the seat of power in this country. You're going to take all that shit that you got you pissed off about Elon Musk, what he did. You're going to take all that shit from Elon Musk, all that anger, and direct it at the young black guy.
But again, what is that? What is that about? What is that about? You don't say anything to him, who's standing next to the president, who obviously has power.
Right.
But you say something to the guy who's walking around with a naked woman on a string.
His agent dropped him. They banned his videos. He is now persona non grata again, which he'll be back.
Yeah.
Persona non grata again, and his entire community got together to diss him. Well, all right, that's fine. But then somebody from the community come and explain to me the difference.
That's right.
I'm trying to see the difference here.
How about community leader Woody Allen that had relationships with his own daughter? What did the community say about that?
Woody Allen married his daughter. She was his adopted daughter, but he married.
That's right. That was his daughter. He signed his name on her birth certificate.
What the fuck are we talking
about? I think they're still married too.
Yeah, they're still married. This dude married his daughter. You want to talk about creepy shit? He married his daughter. What is he doing in the video? Listen, I understand. Listen, I'm not even. Listen, let me explain something to you. I'm not even mad at the outrage, because you should be outraged, because the shit that Kanye was saying was crazy. He was saying some crazy shit because, first and foremost, the Nazis didn't give a fuck about black people.
Absolutely.
The Nazis didn't even call black. They didn't believe that black people was human.
Human, right? I mean,
I'm not defending Kanye West at all. I'm just saying the nigga a little bugged out. Kanye crazy. You know what I'm saying? He a little crazy. But to see that and not say nothing about Muskie,
yeah, that's
problematic for me. Anyway, let's go to blackfacts.com and let's stay on track a little bit. But I just wanted to get that out of my system, because I thought we about love today, but I thought, and he said free Pookie, which we said free Pookie, because I'm not saying free Pookie because he's innocent. I'm saying free Pookie because he has not been found guilty.
That's right.
He should be able to.
He's not gone through the process.
Right. He should be able. Pookie should be able to go to fight his shit and bail himself out if he can afford to bail. All right. That's what I'm saying. He may have done some terrible shit. Okay. That I don't know that personally, but if you're going to go by the rules that you're playing, If you're saying the rules apply to everybody, well, the rules that apply to a guy that's never been arrested, his first time being arrested, and he can't get out of jail for $50 million. Come on, man.
Yeah.
And with the only crime you charge him with is beating up his girlfriend, which is unexcusable that he beat
And
up
having sex with people who consented.
right, and having sex with grown people. Come on now. Come on. Let's take a second. Let's take a second and see the writing on the wall. The bullshit is the bullshit. Anyway, let's go to blackfacts.com. This is why I do blackfacts.com. I want to share blackfacts.com. Y'all stay with me on this now that we're talking about it. Yeah, let's just stay with it. We got to get behind, and we have to call out selective outrage. I'm sorry. We got to call it out. All right. That way we can, at least if we call it out, we can help.
Because we don't have selective outrage. We're outraged at anyone that deserves it.
Anybody can get it. Anyway,
that's right.
February 13th, 1965, Malcolm X speech at the Ford Auditorium.
Oh.
How about that? Malcolm X, born Malcolm Little, was a civil rights activist and Muslim leader. His ministry began, which he acknowledged for increasing the members of the Nation of Islam from 500 to 30,000.
Come on.
Yeah, how instrumental was he, huh?
Mm-hmm.
On February 13, 1965, Malcolm X's home in New York City was bombed, and he and his family were not hurt and decided to keep long-standing speaking commitment at Detroit, Michigan. It was the last public speech outside of New York City. That was right before he was killed. I say again, I'm not a racist. I don't believe in any form of segregation or anything like that. I'm for the brotherhood of everybody, but I don't believe in forcing brotherhood upon people who don't want it. That's Malcolm X. We need more Malcolm X's out there.
I was going to say the end of an era.
Led to the week after this speech led to the unfortunate assassination of Malcolm X. For more Black Facts, go to blackfacts.com. Let history be no mystery. Y'all better not let it be no mystery. I understand we have discussions about not living with it, but you cannot. You have to teach it in context. Don't let it be the only thing you teach, but you got to teach it in context. Good morning, Coco. Coco.
Good morning, fam.
Coco,
good morning, darlings.
We miss you.
Turned up this morning, Coco. I am turned up.
You know what? I'm taking magnesium before bed, so my sleep is getting really, really good.
All right, come on, girl.
I missed the mix this morning, which I hate. But
the mix was great.
I gotta tell you, huh?
The mix was great this morning.
I'm gonna watch it on the repeat. But I gotta say, great show this week.
Yes,
great show this week. Yes. Really, really, really hard-hitting show.
Hey, Yesterday's Coco. Show was,
hi, boo-boo.
Coming from you. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. I love the shirt. First of all, you busting and popping out here. I love it. So, talk to me. I've been a casual observer. I had to work all week, but I'm spending a little time with you guys this morning.
Yay.
So what's going on, babies?
Well, first of all, we're getting on this situation with old Muskie in the president's office when the son told the president.
Oh yeah, he told him this. He said, "You are not the president. You need to go." Yeah,
from the mouth of babes. Who do you think?
And then proceeded to dig in his nose afterwards.
Yeah.
The kid was going into his nose so deep. I was like, "Yo, this kid, this is him.
This kid needs a bath."
Elon Musk flexed on the president. That's a flex on the president.
Well, yeah. I mean, honestly, Elon Musk showed President Trump on how real estate is actually used.
Right.
He bought the president. He bought the United States. He is actually the biggest real estate owner in the world.
That's right.
He is owning President Trump. Every agency that had Elon under investigation, Trump has now appointed him to actually raid them and shut them down.
Wipe it clean.
A guy that bankrupted Twitter, right? A guy that came in and bankrupted Twitter. Like this guy, I'm telling you right now.
Well, you know, Lays, he felt he had to save it because Trump bankrupt a casino and they play with house money.
There you go.
How do you bankrupt a casino? What?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, first and foremost, Kim, how do you audit a government agency and you're not an auditor? He doesn't even have people that are auditors in his
Right.
on his team.
And wouldn't that take a long time to audit? Listen, if they audit you, the government audit, it takes a couple of years for the government to audit a person.
I
Imagine,
was audited for
Right.
3 years.
Right.
Yeah.
It was a nightmare.
Right. Right.
I was like, look, you could take your $1,600. I'll give you cash. Just leave me alone.
Right.
Anyway, Coco, maybe a little tea for us before we go into Mars and Venus. Coco, I know you haven't
Well,
been
first of
here.
all, you just did Black Facts.
Yes.
I want to add on to the Black Facts for a second
Yes.
and just inform the good people of the morning emails that the military has now suspended any Black enrollment in the military.
Oh.
So we are now facing the fact that anybody who is now trying to join the military voluntarily, by the way, and if you are a person of color, you are getting turned down. This is now the reality.
Where can we
So-
find that story? That's a very big story. That's a big story.
Yeah. And so do you mean that they don't mind having lack? Because the Blacks in the military, make up, not a large amount, but it makes up a significant amount. I mean,
and not
so
only
now
that,
what?
we've helped the Wills Pills win every war since the Civil War.
But I'm concerned because what I remember, they gathered up at least 70,000 Asians of military age and sent them back to Asia. So now the Blacks can't be the Blacks. Now the Blacks can't be in the military. So is it just white boys? Because the Hispanic has to go home.
Well, the Pentagon canceled Black History Month, by the way, just so you know.
Oh, they canceled it for themselves.
Yeah, for the Pentagon.
Yeah.
They can't cancel us.
The
Yeah.
military canceled that.
I mean, that's why Target is losing money. As a matter of fact, Coco, I'm sorry to interject. I know you know this, but Tesla shares has dropped tremendously. And even though he is still the richest man in the world, Elon Musk has lost at least $40 million in the last 2 weeks.
Oh, wait a minute.
Things are happening.
Yeah, go ahead, Kim.
No, things are happening because the Wills Pills are in a position where they're like, fuck him.
Is that millions or billions?
It's okay. I don't know that one, but I'm going to say millions. I am going to say millions because I don't think I heard billions for real, but I know he is losing. His Tesla stock has gone down. His personal value has gone down as well, although he's still the richest man in the world. He's losing.
Can I tell y'all how to combat this? And I'm going to get back to how we can combat this. Right, we can combat this by just stop spending money with them.
That's what we're doing.
That's how. Look what happened with Target. $16 billion in profits down.
That's because we have been boycotting them since January 20th.
Right.
And the boycott continues until the end of March. They got to see this whole quarter done.
Stop spending people, and anybody in that video don't support
That's right.
Don't support.
You know what? I got to say this, and it's going to sound a little left field. So over the years, very slowly, we've been seeing content by, what they call preppers.
Yeah.
And how they're stockpiling, weapons, food, things like that for like emergencies. And I used to think these people are crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like these
End the
people
show today, guys. We're not going out at 7:30. We're gonna go a little later today with Mars and Venus. But I think I want to spend some time on this because I want to talk about ways that we can combat. And I want to reach out and extend the hand out to the Jewish community. And let me just say that to my Jewish brothers and sisters out there. Will's Pills don't really fuck with y'all like we do. Okay? Stop playing the Will's Pills game. You see what happened to the Spanish people. the Hispanic people, when the government, they try to play the game with the Wills pills and they got thrown out. They're throwing them out. Right now, Guantanamo Bay, Venezuela, all them Hispanic people are, Cardi B just lost her uncle. Get out of it. They sent them out of here. You gotta stay close to the black community. Speaking to my Jewish friends out there, stay close to us, because at the end of the day, when it was on the picket lines for the civil rights and all that shit, it was only us. It was you and us out there fighting for the rights. That's why we shouldn't get out there and fight for them bills. We should not get out there and fight for the chills, and we should not fight for the A-rails. At the end of the day, it was all y'all fighting with us against a system of oppression. Now,
Right,
y'all
because we were
need,
both being oppressed.
right,
Both
because y'all was
groups to be
feel
oppressed.
both being oppressed in this country. Remember the whole fight. Remember the World War II. Y'all don't even remember World War II. But I grew up in an era where a lot of veterans were from World War II. They're all dead now. But World War II was about stopping the Nazi encroachment into the United States. They had them in here. That was about stopping the Nazis from coming to the United States because they wanted to kill the Jews, the blacks, and anybody else that wasn't Aryan. All
That's
right?
right.
That movement is coming back today. And I think one of the, and I would dare say one of the people that's down with that is this dude Muskie. And I think because he come from South Africa, a place of apartheid. And that's where they were running that over there. Why do you think Mandela went to prison for 27 years?
Hey,
What, they were
Lays,
fighting
can
it
I?
I heard. Go
Yeah,
ahead, Kimmy.
No, well, no, I was just going to say, at this moment now, Muskie is having Trump, reverse some things for South Africa. They're in the midst over there trying to, well, not all of it, trying to give the black people their land back. And so Elon Musk is in some sort of talks with South Africa to stop that, so that the white people can retain the land that they've taken from,
Man,
back in the day. So
wait, white people over in South Africa already own 70% of the wealth in that country.
yes.
There is nothing that black people can take from them unless they take everything.
Well,
That's
yeah,
Because
it
it's
was.
their country.
yeah. Well, let
Go ahead, Coco.
me step in. No, let me step in for a second because Coco is absolutely correct. But let me also say that there are countries in Africa that don't fuck with them. Botswana is a country that won't fuck with them because listen, the facts are there. They've shown you what they would do in Senegal. France, if you don't know this, owns 85% of the GDP. They take 85% of the GDP, gives back the Senegalese government 15% to run the country, but they take 85% of the money that's generated in Senegal, and then they send them back 15%, and that's what they use to run the country. So this is happening all over Africa. That's why now the African countries are leaning towards the Russians and the Chinese because they're investing into the
Yeah,
continent.
China is
Mhm.
stomping on
Yeah,
everybody's necks
yeah,
right now.
Mhm.
yeah.
And I
Stomping
think that considering now that Trump is now adopting Elon Musk's, agenda, whatever that is, Spectre, I don't know. I don't understand why, because here's my issue.
yes,
If Elon is being hired to, look at all of these state agencies, how much are we paying Elon to do all this? I found out yesterday that Elon is getting paid $8 million a day
Mm,
just
Mm.
on subsidies alone.
that's our
He's,
reparations money.
he's
The
a
fuck?
day
Right.
from the US government.
yeah.
And I'm thinking
Coco.
if we,
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I'm thinking if we are to eliminate waste and fraud, we need to start with that dude and
Yeah.
send him back
Now
to
I want to
Africa.
jump in, Coco, because not only is he making the $8 million a day, he's just been awarded the largest government contract ever of $400 million for his SpaceX program. Between NASA and the Department of State have just awarded him $400 million for his SpaceX account. So Yes, let's start with him. And they asked him that. Isn't that a conflict of interest that you're in there auditing all of these agencies for wasteful spending and fraud, yet you just received this contract? Who's going to go over that contract to see where the waste and fraud is there?
And not only that, too,
Wow.
Kim, let me just build before Lace. Sorry, Lace.
No, you go ahead. Come on in here.
Not
This is
only
great.
that, but during that Oval Office press conference, he admitted a reporter asked him, they said they traced the money that he's talking about the condoms being sent to Africa. And he actually said that he lied.
Yeah.
He said, I lied. Sometimes I need to be corrected. And they're like, dude, you are out here using this lie to actually raid and shut down these companies. And
but
then
unless you watched it, you wouldn't have seen it because they're not reporting that.
Unbelievable.
Well, that's the point. And let me explain something to you. I want to use a line from a Jewish man who talked about the Holocaust. He said, first they came for them, then they came for them, and then finally they came for us. And so now they're going after the spills, they're going after the Hispanics, they're always going after the brothers. And now they're going to come for you. So y'all keep co-signing, and I'm talking to my Jewish family out there, y'all brothers and sisters out there. Y'all keep co-signing this bullshit. They're going to come. They're not your friends, B. They're not your friends, B. Stop the bullshit. They are not your friends. They have shown you they're not your friends. This dude is doing Heil Hitler salutes, and y'all didn't say nothing. The ADL, nobody came to say, hey, man, this is. Yeah, but y'all making videos about Kanye West? This nigga's a rapper, B. What the fuck is y'all doing? This nigga, Kanye West is a rapper, a bipolar rapper who's on medication. What is y'all talking about? This is what we do.
Honestly, I mean, Kanye to me, because I'm just looking at it from an eagle eye perspective.
Yeah.
Now, Kanye to me, yeah, there you go. Kanye to me was, very gregarious, out there. He was embracing his stardom, his success when he was with Amber, with that whole interruption of the Taylor Swift, awards, and we started to see a little something there. I think honestly, when he got with Kim, I think that they were just like, we need to put this dude in his place, and they couldn't rein him in. And I think honestly, it's just allegations over here. Nothing is true. But
yeah, go ahead, Kim. Go ahead.
I think that they started him on this journey with these pills and this whole behavioral stuff. I didn't see anything before he got with the Kardashians.
Well, the nigga been goofy. The nigga been goofy.
He's goofy, but you know what? As a person who knows someone that was diagnosed with a bipolar, schizophrenia, diagnosed. Once you get diagnosed on record, it stays with you not only forever, but they start prescribing pills for you that you may not need, and there is no cure. They can't get you off these meds.
Right.
They just put you on different meds.
Right. I see that every day, Coco. I'm in the mental and behavioral health field.
Again, this is not about Kanye. I'm sorry, Kim, but it's not about Kanye, because at the end of the day, Kanye gonna be Kanye West. He's a musical genius. He is a fashion icon. He has got all these amazing things. He's a super talented guy. But the byproduct of that super talent, the exhaust, is that he tends to go on rants. And that's what he does. So at the end of the day, it's like your uncle, your racist uncle, or somebody that says some shit.
Or Donald Trump.
Or Donald Trump, who goes.
Well, that's when you know he's not on his meds, because he rants like this. He goes on. Yeah.
For the community to mobilize against him, I think it's ridiculous, and I think it's selective outrage. And I'm really disappointed, and even in some of the black Jewish people that have decided to get down with this. When I see Drake and Lenny Kravitz on there, that really fucks my head up to see them. Like they of all people should have been like, nah, we're not going to be a part of that. We need to get more information. And at the end of the day, he's an artist, and artists can be artists. At the end of the day, he is not at the seat of power. He's not next to the president of the United States. That's where the seat of power is. This guy is a government employee running a government agency doing.
He's not an employee. He's not an employee.
Well, now he's a special government employee.
Yeah, he is. He's a subcontractor for the government.
Yes.
There you go.
He's a subcontractor that's first of all, he was a contractor
Yeah.
to all of these agencies, and now he's a subcontractor to the president.
Yeah.
Now he's a contractor twice. So either way, whatever he's doing is not I'm telling you right now, I know that from Trump's first administration, a lot of people went to jail.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people went to jail.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about his staunchest supporters were like Rudy Giuliani, Steve Bannon, all these dudes, and look what happened to them as a result of them picking the wrong horse.
Mm-hmm.
I foresee right now, because at this level of the game, they're talking about the judges are no longer they do not have the power to override the executive orders. And I'm like, woo. So if they ignore the judges' rulings,
which they're going to,
that means we are now into official authoritarian. Authoritarian. I don't know. I'm sorry, my words.
Well, we're now. I can only attack one thing at a time, and what I'm really focused on outside of that, because we're gonna get back to more happier things. We're gonna go to Mars and Venus for a second, but Coco, what I'm gonna focus on is the selective outrage from our brothers from the community, and I think they need to rethink this, and we need to come back. And I guarantee you, they will come back after this is all over and say, "Hey, wait a minute."
It may be too late for Drake. There's one thing, you and Kendrick is one thing. Now you're on this whole fuck Kanye thing. Okay, Drake, so you picked a side.
Well, yeah.
You picked a side.
Yeah, you picked. Well, definitely. Yeah, I got some issues with that Drake.
He picked a side when he lost the battle.
That's right. Yeah. How about that?
Well, he's already lost the community, the people that support him, and I think he might lose even more.
He went back home.
Yeah,
loser.
Just went back home.
Yeah.
All right, that's all good. Anyway, back to that. Let's bring in the Duchess. Let's get past all this. Hey, listen, at the end of the day, we're moving fast. This is a great day, and I'm glad that Target's getting their ass whooped right now. Fuck Target.
And Walmart is too.
And Walmart.
Yeah.
I'm buying stock at Costco, y'all.
Yeah.
Costco seems to be where it's at. I'm getting some stock.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of them on the list that we could shop at is Costco. I'll bring the list Monday.
Good morning,
hey,
my beautiful Duchess.
Good morning, Duchess.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning, Duchess. All this rants and all this talk, you don't got to be a part of that. That's just what it is.
You know me. I listen in here and there, but for the most part, I'm still in meditation. Somebody's got to counterbalance all of this energy. So this is what I do.
There you go.
Well, yesterday in Mars Venus, I don't know if you saw this, Coco. We had Reginald Maynard on yesterday, and he was out there discussing, really talking about what the wisdom of an OG. So that's how I was going ask an OG, because I really feel as
I loved the show yesterday.
We throw out
and you know what? I was watching it on mute, and I was like, "Does Reginald Maynard look like a old Jim Jones?"
Okay, come on. Dipset. Come on.
We fly high. You know. We know it. He doesn't like Jim Jones.
Reg, come on, Reg.
Well, let me tell you something. The Duchess was kind of swooning a little bit over Reggie. Hey, Reggie, take it easy, bro. Yeah, the Duchess, that was her man yesterday. She's like, "Oh man, I love that Reggie, man. That Reggie got it going, man. He really this motherfucker."
Why is it so bad, Lace? I don't get
Reg,
it.
let us find out. You were hanging
you
out
think he's
with
Captain
Jim
Steal Your
Jones'
Girl?
mama.
It's Reg. Captain Steal Your Girl, Lace?
Reggie is steal your chick if he was
Mr. Steal Your Girl. Come on, Reg.
Steal your chick, boy. I'll just motherfucker. He'll fuck around. Hey, lady, take it easy, ladies. Put it back now.
So why is that a bad thing? You said, "Oh shit."
No, it's not. I'm only joking. But let me tell you something. He's the OG. He's the OG that you got to watch out for. He's Grady Brown with the suit on and shit. Come on,
come on.
Ballin'.
It's Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Mars, Venus, and all planets in between. We got the beautiful Duchess of Harmony herself, Deandra Harmony. She's here today, and we're going to talk Mars, Venus, and all planets in between. How are you feeling, Duchess?
I'm feeling so good. And I love that. I love the way that you picked up on how much I admired and appreciate
Yeah,
Reggie
yeah,
yesterday,
yeah.
right? Because not only is he a good looking man, meaning like I had no idea his age. He doesn't, to me, he doesn't show it. He's
At all.
one of those ageless people, much like Lace, right? And on top of that, good morning, Reggie. On top of that, I wasn't aware that his wife was, a number of years older than him. The way that he speaks with her with such reverence and just such deep grace, and you can tell that union is so solid. It was extremely inspiring to me. I love that.
It was.
As we approach Valentine's Day, we start to talk about
Oh, that's a day? Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a day. We celebrate the unions between man, woman, friend, and friend, whatever the case may be. And tomorrow we will be observing. The Duchess and I are probably going to do something nice, hang out, and have a nice dinner and spend some time together. Because every day is Valentine's Day for ladies.
That's right.
But a lot of people, we talk about these relationships with men and women. How do we get back on par to make not just a day of expectation, but Valentine's Day, a day of union in relationships?
Absolutely. I love this question, and it's multi-layered. So I want to make sure I address as much as possible with it, because first and foremost, I had a conversation yesterday with a friend of mine. She's in her late 20s. So keep that in mind as far as experience goes. Well, what she was saying is her man had told her, all right, Valentine's Day is coming up, and so I have something special planned for you. And he didn't give her any details, but she said when he did this last year, he made plans that really didn't take her into consideration. She felt it was about him. And he also gave her some jewelry, a necklace for Valentine's Day. And she's like, there are many other things I would have much rather have. I'm not really even into jewelry. He gave me this, and I feel like he gave it to me because he wanted to be able to say, to my woman, look at how I dress her up and do this and do that. And it wasn't even about her, is what she felt. And so from there, she then said, he's selfish. And I said, wait a minute. So this went from him giving you a gift that you would have preferred to receive something else to now that makes him selfish. Oh yeah, she dug in on the selfishness, because she's like, he doesn't even care what I really want and like. It's not about me, it's about him. And so I just asked her the question to try to bring forth a little more clarity without defense, because that's the thing. We get dug into our positions and we feel the need to be right, and we justify needing to be right. And so I said, could it be that this is how he expresses his affection for you, and he can only give you what he has? He can't give you something that he doesn't have. And she's like, well, he should be asking me this and he should be talking to me about that instead of just jumping to conclusions. And I said, I understand that perspective, but at the end of the day, he's attempting to shower you with love. And can we at least recognize that? So just kind of walking her through that path to be able to see. And this is what I've noticed the most in relationships. That commitment and need to justify being right puts us at odds. And until one person surrenders, those odds can just keep growing and growing. That's how these layers of resentment come up, right? And so I'll give an example of this morning, because, honey, I heard you say that you were on my nerves this morning, and he was on my nerves this morning because he jumped out of bed. Let's go. And I'm like, hey, Uncle Lays. I'm still in the bed. Like, I like to welcome my day. I start prayer and meditation, and I invite him into stillness. And, but this morning he was on the go train. And so he's up and he's barking orders and, from the other room, baby, I need you to do this. Get out. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Okay. So now he's got his music on, and I've just effectively ignored him for a few minutes. I'm not going to engage. And so I get up and I start getting ready, and I'm looking in the mirror. I'm like, see, this is why I need my space and time. And so I'm going in my mind of all the reasons why I'm right to be upset right now. And then I stopped and I looked at myself, and I really asked myself, okay, justified pain is still pain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one inflicting this pain on me right now. He's
Mm-hmm.
not inflicting the pain on me. He's being himself. He's doing what he needs to do. Once
I wasn't even thinking about it.
he wasn't even thinking about it. He's already on, the 8th mile down the road, and I'm still at start. And so I'm sitting there dealing really with myself. And that's the first problem, is that people think they're dealing with their partner. No, you're dealing with what's inside of you. Something felt like it didn't, sit right with you. So then I asked myself, all right, if justified pain is still pain and I'm frustrated, how long do I want to be frustrated?
Mm-hmm.
5 minutes, another 10 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Or could I just let it go right now? Well, you don't really go from being frustrated to boom, just let it go like that. It's hard to convince yourself.
So what did you do? What did you do? What did you do?
This is what I did. So So I asked myself the question, what do I really want right now? What do I really want? And I got real serious. And what I really wanted was connection. I wanted connection with him because I felt like our morning got off to such a fast start. And so right in that moment, he sends me a text with the link so we could do a sound check like we do every morning. So I got on the link and I'm like, hey, the music is a little low. And so he adjusted the music. And then I go, the mic sounds fine, but you might want to give your lady a hug. And then he yelled out, well, if my lady comes on over here, I'm going to give her a hug. And so I came over there and I jumped in his lap and he wrapped his arms around me and he recognized immediately, I'm sorry, baby. I just got right out of bed and got into go mode. And I just got to get my little pout out. And now we reconnected and now it's done because I don't have to be right and I can't be right and be happy at the same time. I got to choose. What do I really want?
Two things. Before let me just, because before we move forward, I want to pause you on two things. Number one, when you talked about your lady, who I got a quote that she was in a relationship by herself. But when we talk about your friend, on Valentine's Day, guys, can we be honest? We never really know what the fuck to do on Valentine's Day. We don't understand. We are not built like that. We think if we throw money at it, that's how it's handled, and she should be happy that we throw money at it. And ladies, let me take y'all to task. Y'all never really tell us what y'all want.
Mm-hmm.
I want to add after you're done, Lace.
Yeah, y'all expect us, and a lot of times y'all expect us to figure it out or press the combination of what y'all want on Valentine's Day. We don't think like that. We are very simple and complex, but simple in the space that when it comes to buying gifts, I figure if I get her the best piece of jewelry I could find, she'll be happy, and that's great. That's not always the truth, right? By the way, ladies, you can see the Duchess had a lot of jewelry on. Yeah, man, I do my thing. She ain't never say no. She ain't never say no. Rock the shit out that jewelry. But the point I'm making is we don't really know what y'all want. We just know flowers. Well, she likes flowers. We know this, she likes this. But we really aren't that creative. And it takes us to get to a point where Reggie is, where he's like, hey, man, what I'm going to do for my birthday is stay in bed and watch movies with my lady. You know what I'm saying? And spend the time. So I think, ladies, if you spend more time really just articulating what you want from the fellas. I know you like to be pleasantly surprised, but also just accept the fact that we really don't know what the fuck we're doing when it comes to this kind of, we're not that sensitive. But now to your second point, when we talked about this morning, y'all know I do this show 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday. I'm up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Normally, when I'm up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning, sort of planning out what I'm going to do. So sometimes I need a little extra kick in the morning. Now, normally, when we travel, like when I'm home or we at the compound or we in other places, today, this place we're staying, we're kind of openly exposed to each other. So she never really feels me kicking myself into gear. But sometimes in the morning, in order to get motivated to get y'all in gear, I got to kick myself into gear. Today, she felt that. Today, she felt me kicking myself into gear, and she lost her meditation. So that's but that's going to happen. And the way she handled it, if y'all understand how to handle things the way the Duchess handle things, because I can be very stubborn and I will die on certain hills. So she's like, why would I want to fight this motherfucker this morning when he already charged up? Let me just back it down and let him know what I want. And she got what she wanted this morning, right?
Well, it's a nuance to that.
What you want, I'm gave what you want later on today. Goddamn,
I want to give my thoughts, but go ahead, Duchess.
No, Coco, please, go ahead.
Well, I want to start off with, what I've observed so far about how we started this conversation.
Yeah.
And how we started this conversation was that the Duchess really admired Reginald Maynard's, relationship and his approach to his woman. And just the mere fact, and I think it boils down to just the stories, that I've heard this morning. Really, men are being taken care of by their lady a lot. We carry the burden of our man. We breathe life into our men. We keep them going every day. When we're in a loving relationship, it is based. A man can't do it on his own. He's not his own island. He needs his lady to not only bring him peace, but to give him up so that he can face the world. Right. The problem that I see, it's not a problem. I think what the challenge is that sometimes men, because they're in action mode all the time, they forget to observe what their women want. And sometimes you can just ask a lady throughout the year, what do you like? It's not even that hard to wait until that one day to decide that you don't know what to do. You had a whole year to basically observe this woman, find out what makes her happy, and keep it in your tuck it. And then by the time Valentine's Day comes, you already know what she likes. You know her favorite color. You know just what she likes to eat. How does she like to kick back and relax? Because what men who are out there in the world relying on their women to come home to don't understand is she's also holding down the fort for men. So it's hard for women too. It's a challenge. But just one day, you had a whole year to just keep her in mind. And I think the most intimate gift you could give a woman on Valentine's Day is just knowing intimately what she wants. If she wants something, even if she wants to sit down and watch TV, it doesn't even have to be all of that.
Can I just add something to this, Coco? And you make a very good point. Let's fellas, we got to find out what our sisters want and figure out what we can do. Also, y'all, but the fact is, y'all love to be surprised. So let's not front and act like y'all don't like to be surprised. But at the end of the day, why is it all on the men? How come women can't surprise their man for Valentine's Day? Because it's not just men surprising women. Women, you also can take the opportunity, go ahead, Kim, to surprise the men and say, maybe you want to do something for your man on Valentine's Day. Go ahead, Kim.
I think, and I want to shout out my little sister. Good morning, Jeannie. She's getting her husband off to work. Come on, girl. Come on, wifey. But I would like to say what a lot of what I'm hearing in here too is the communication level between the two. In a relationship, when you don't know each other right away, there is a lot of listening that we both have to do in order to understand, okay, she's not big on surprises. He's not big on listening to me closely, not saying you're not listening, but he's not big on listening closely.
Well, he doesn't listen like you. He listens like he does.
Absolutely. Right. Again, we're talking about Mars and Venus. We're wondering if you love us after we finish making love, but then you're wondering what the knock is on your car. So, it's the two different things, but so we have to say, okay, look, I know it's Valentine's Day. We're going to stick with that theme. It's Valentine's Day. And I know my man likes basketball. So I'm going to surprise him with some tickets. We're going to go watch, the Knicks, the Wizards, the Mavericks, whoever else. That's my surprise because I know that that's what he likes. Now, unfortunately, like the young lady that Deandra was talking about earlier, she liked surprises, but she didn't like that surprise on that day. So right. Sometimes it's kind of hard. So that's where the communication sort of lacks because we need to understand, okay, babe, Valentine's Day is coming up next week. What are we going to do? Throw it out there. So if our communication was a little more extensive and
Right.
a little detailed as well, then maybe this will kind of this oh my God he didn't, and oh my God she didn't, maybe that will kind of dwindle a little bit. I think it's more of the communication.
The purpose of Mars, Venus, and all planets in between. I'm gonna let you go in a second, Duchess. But the purpose of Mars, Venus, and all planets in between is sort of bridge the gap and let us stop digging into our trenches and throwing missiles at each other. The bottom line is we are better together, especially in our community. Men and women together in this community can make a family. As I said to you before, we talk about a village. It takes a village to raise a child, but it takes a family to make a village. All right.
Yes.
It takes a bunch of families to make a village. The village doesn't happen by itself. So when we start to have these conversations about Mars, Venus, and all planets in the king, we need to repair the disconnect between especially our men and our women and ultimately all men and women. Go ahead, Duchess.
That is so true, and I completely agree. It's a slippery slope in a lot of cases, though, if we can be honest with one another, because there are times when if a woman would say, babe, I really love XYZ, a lot of times a man may take that on and saying, oh, she expect me to do this. Oh, she want this, she want that. Oh, see, she high maintenance, and then it all goes there.
Mm-hmm.
That may be from the previous relationships that he's had where he felt like she was with him for the money and all that kind of stuff. So it's tough. Just like you said, babe, men may not necessarily know what women want, but even when we say it, it still sometimes has to be said in a certain way that we are able to then communicate our needs and our desires without putting a mandate and saying, look, this is what you better get me kind of thing. And it's because it doesn't need to be that. But it goes back to me, the foundation of accepting, as long as in my mind, I have to be right about this. This is the way that I see it. This is the way that it needs to be. Then we're going to miss one another because we're both going to be in our corner saying this is what it is, and yet at the same time, the desire is to connect. But if you not first connect it with yourself and
Mm-hmm.
be honest with yourself about who you are and what you want, then when you say things or hold it back, there's going to be some filters in there that then get misdirected and misguided. And then
I want to speak for the coalition of the men. All right.
please.
And this is not all men. I want to speak for the coalition of men that actually live in the real world. And we think, and it took me a while to understand this, but men that can't provide tend to not get not only the relationship, but they also tend to not get the best relationship from the other than the guys that can provide. And what ends up happening is we value ourselves for what we can provide for our women. And if the men that can't, they feel as if they are lower value or lower stature because in their mind they feel as if because they hear it. Nigga, what you doing for me? You ain't got nothing. Well, you ain't. This thing ain't got no money. You hear women talking about this, and this is big parts of conversation. You ain't got no money. He can't do nothing for me. What he gonna do for me? And when men hear that, we collectively draw back and be like, yo, what? At the end of the day, she don't give a fuck about my feelings or my heart or how much I love her. She really want to know where that money at, nigga. Where that money at? You know what I'm saying?
These are first world problems. You know what I like to watch, and I got to tell you, we should take a moment to acknowledge the strength and the endurance of homeless couples.
Oh yeah.
Homeless couples go out there, and if the dude has to pick up cans every day so that he can rustle up some food so that he and his lady can get something to eat at the end of the day, like this is what we're talking about now is not really about what we give to each other. It's about how we do it together. And I think that if don't think about the trenches too much. Don't think about being in your own corner, but how do you do it together? Is how do you achieve goals together? Set goals. When I dated, my ex, every time he reached a goal, I made it a point to build a celebration around it. He didn't ask me to do it. I'd be like, listen, let's pop this bottle of champagne. Let's get a nice meal. What do you like? because you have accomplished a goal. Like we're in the trenches together, helping you get to those, meet those goals. And I think that at this point, everybody who is thinking, well, what am I getting out of it? It's not really in it in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And two, just to expound on what was said earlier, um, the moment a person is not able to express themselves in communication, and the other person they're with doesn't seem to care about how they feel, it does build a little bit of resentment if it's not addressed at that time. You could be in the moment in your feelings, and you could present that to your partner. But if your partner says, I'm not dealing with that right now, well, isn't that the whole purpose of what a relationship is to deal with it together at the moment so that your partner.
In that point you're making a very good point. But what I want to say is not all relationships are equal in a sense where sometimes I don't want to deal with a certain situation at that time. And sometimes she wants to deal with it and vice versa. So I want to deal with it and she don't want to deal with it. That's where grace come in. You got to give grace in a relationship to allow a person to deal with situations when they can and want to deal with it. But that takes time, and that takes me at this age in my
Yes.
life to understand that. Because a 30-year-old age might not have dealt with that. They'd be like,
Hmm.
I want to talk about it. Now at this age, you start to say, hey, maybe we don't want to die on that hill. We don't want to fight that situation. It's really all about pulling it together, and also learning to agree to disagree without being disagreeable.
Hmm.
That
Hmm.
is a
Mhm.
skill. Learning to be on the total opposite side of a subject and be like, yo, but that's how you feel, then that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, like me and the Duchess may have a conversation, and the Duchess has a full life. She's a very successful woman. She's an executive. She deals with life the way she deals with it. I'm in the music business. The music business don't make no sense to normal people. You know what I'm saying? The way the music business is, a record company can take your music and do what the fuck they want to do with it, and they can say we'll pay you when we feel like paying you and how much we feel like paying you. And then you got to go and fight them, and you got to get lawyers, and their lawyers are bigger than your lawyers, so you got to go back and forth and tussle and tussle. This is the music business. Now, in the other world with normal businesses, there's things that triggers and latches that allow structure to allow things to work normally. The music business doesn't work like that. So to get a person that doesn't live in your world to understand how you have to think is going to be hard to get them to think like that, especially if a person is a mechanical, like a person that works in construction or a person that works in the business. So then when you have two separate lives that you have to manage and deal with, it takes a little bit of grease in order to make those lives come together. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
those are lifestyle choices, though, Lace. Wait, hold on. That's a lifestyle, right? Your
Right.
career and what you do is pretty much a lifestyle you built up,
Yeah.
over time to get where you need to get. But
Yeah.
at the brass tacks of it all, I'm sorry for the background, but when you get down to it, you are a man and she is a woman.
Right.
And at the end of the day, when you leave the world behind and you're both in your sacred space together, it's just about it's not about all the things you deal with, all the things she deals with. How are you doing it together? For both of you to reach your goals together is the
I got two
main.
ways. Yeah, I got you on that, and I got two ways to answer that. One is, you can either have an agreement that whatever's outside stays outside, or you can say, if we're doing this together, then why don't we do all things that we do together? In other words, how do you? And I'm gonna give this to the Duchess. That is a choice. You can say, like, I fight with this all the time, because a lot of times, I'm a guy that likes to say, everybody get in the pool. We all a team. Let's all do things. And as a leader, if I see a skill, I'm going to assign based on the skill I see. Now, if you're good at working on a computer, I'm going to give you something that works on a computer. If you're good at mopping the floor, I'm going to hand you a mop and say, hey man, you be best at mopping the floor. But at the end of the day, um, I have to train myself to separate from my saying we're all down together. I had to do that with people that are down with me, where I would give guys tasks that may be above their head with the assumption that they'll meet the task, and they can't really meet that, and that causes problems. So the Duchess can understand. We talk about this all the time, and I always wrestle with, man, maybe I shouldn't have her doing this. Maybe I should. Maybe I this is beneath her, or this is this is not something she knows how to do. So it's kind of a struggle, to be honest with you. But in relationships, like you said, if you're doing shit together, you have to sort of set the parameters of what you're doing together, and also the benefits of that. Because at the end of the day, if the person ain't, if you out there doing it on your own, and she's your lady, and she's not with you while you're doing it, does she benefit from all that
I
stuff?
was going to say that,
Yeah.
Lays, because every general needs a lieutenant general. I mean, you're just not making decisions on your own. When you think of something, you bring your lieutenant general in to say, hey, what do you think about this? Let's discuss how
Right.
we're going to make this work. And therefore, that's where you become the team. Because if you're only assigning everything and everybody is just listening to what you say and go, then how do
Right.
we all know that this is going to be for the benefit of us both? So we want to talk about it. We want to discuss it and
Yeah.
compromise first before we make the decision. Yes, okay, now let's go.
Yeah, but also
And also too, Kim,
too many cooks in the kitchen, especially when this. So you have I understand counsel, but sometimes when you got to make a decision, you got to step on it, and you got to make it
Absolutely.
happen. You got to make that
well,
decision work. You know what I'm
I
saying?
just want to just add really briefly that
Yes.
nothing is set in stone when it comes to, relationships. There
Right.
may be things that a man may be good at, you know, but there may be things that a woman is good at too. And there's that counterbalance of when do I let that other person in this situation, take the reins and handle business for us versus, you know what, I'll just do what I got to do. There's a gift and a benefit to allowing a person to bring their expertise, whatever it is, to counterbalance the relationship. You know, everything is not set in stone. There may be strength.
Are you carrying your partner, or are y'all walking in this thing together?
Right.
Dutch,
And
Walking
and
arm in arm.
and one person may not be in charge all the time.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Mm-hmm.
situations your partner may have to step in and straighten things out. And that partner may not be saying, "Oh, well, I don't want to do it," or you think you no, it's just basically letting that partner, whoever it is, shine at the moment that they're what they're good at.
Let me give you
And
from a
just
man's position. The worst thing that can happen in a man's position is if you're out there fighting a war, and the people that you got down with you are fighting you while you're fighting the war. Now that's a tough thing in a man's situation. Duchess, with all that in mind, everything that's been saying, how do we sort of surmise everything to come out with a solution that's going to work for all of us?
Well, I can't say what'll work for all of us. I can say what works for me, what works for us, what I found not only, personally, but in talking to other couples and hearing how they work through things. It really comes back to dropping your assumptions and listening to the other person. Because just you've been a leader, you've ran your own business for 30 years and you've got all of these things, and you and I say this with love and respect, have an idea of how a woman can fit into that and the roles that women have, typically like administrative roles or operations roles, and so do this and do that. Whereas I've not been an admin, I've not been in that operations role. I've been the leader, the executive, with assistants and teams that I delegate to. And so then coming together, I think it was a bit of a culture shock, because it's like, wait a minute. If I called you and said, hey, babe, I know you got stuff going on, but can you please book a rental car for me? And I need you to do this and do that. You'd be like, it's not to say you wouldn't do it,
I
but
booked the hell out that car.
I know you would. At the same time, not knowing me, that would have been an assumption that I would have made, that you would be willing to do that with no problem. I can assign you a task to do without talking to you about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that to me is where it really comes down to, wait a minute, don't assume that I'm going to do this or I'm okay with this, and vice versa. I can't assume that you're going to be okay with certain things. I need to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do that. And we have, because like you said, Coco, first world problems, but they're still problems. You know, the fact that we're not homeless means that we deal with other things, but we're still dealing with stuff. It's just different layers and we can't address it all.
Also,
But
you got to add to this, the Duchess, you working for a large corporation, where me running my small business, my bodega. My bodega is all hands on deck, where large corporations have assets to do all this kind of stuff.
exactly. And so, and here's another part, just because someone is capable of doing something doesn't mean they enjoy doing it, doesn't
Right.
mean they really want the assignment of doing it. And so, you know, there's a fine line between leadership and dictatorship. And I think what every leader is being called to ask is, how do I motivate without dominating?
Mm-hmm.
Inspire
Mm-hmm.
the teamwork that Troy Mumford mentioned, because I completely agree. It is teamwork. It is all hands on deck. But that doesn't mean that we all do the same thing. And it doesn't mean that one person decides these are the roles that everybody is going to play. We all float in and out of different roles depending
Mm-hmm.
on the needs of the day.
Well, let me speak for the men. Normally, I would have some more men in here on this one, but this is a great point you're making, and I think Mars and Venus really comes together on this. See, from our situation, mentors hunt. We on our side, we look at it more of a hunter space, where we're out there trying to kill. We're like, we got to kill. If I don't kill, we don't eat. If I don't make the money, then there are families that don't live. I got families that I'm responsible for as a businessman. I got things, operations. I got children and other people's children that I got to make sure that when that time comes, there's a check there, they can eat and exist. And I've been doing this for a long time. So as a guy who has been doing this, I'm only thinking about killing. I'm not thinking about where the blood go. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it takes a little bit of effort for us men out there that are out there, especially without the blanket security. Because nowadays, women are the smartest and most progressive, but also there are more black women in the corporate structures nowadays than there has ever been. But in that is a false sensibility of structured protection, whereas there are rules in place to make sure I'm okay. Black men don't have those rules of protection. We either swim or sink. So when I'm swimming or sinking, and I'm speaking for black men, not myself. I've gotten older and I've realized ways to handle that. But it is right. It is harder for men to understand how to sweep and clean as we kill, because we're not thinking about it, because we don't have the meat yet. You know what I'm saying? We're still trying to get it done, and we are focused on trying to get it done. So now we have to balance that out. Like, how do I think about what she's doing when I'm laser focused on knocking this buffalo down? You know what I'm saying? And so men have to figure out how to balance that out, because if I don't move a certain way, I'm gonna miss that kill. And if I miss that kill, nobody's eating. And that's how a lot of men look at it. What we're trying to do today is trying to find out ways in which we can sort of balance that out and maybe get some understanding on both sides of the conversation. Go ahead, Dutch.
Well, so to that point, I would say it's just as challenging on the flip side for women who
Yeah.
have to be in an atmosphere all day where they're either in corporate America and they've got to go into their masculine energy and do what needs to be done, to then come home and, or a lot of times working at home, trying to shut off your mind, turn the laptop off, and now be soft and tender and nurturing and gentle and all of these things that I didn't get to be all day because I've been in this energy all day.
Right.
And so it's not just men that are struggling. Women are struggling too. This is why we're having the conversation, because learning how to balance both. Because if I come to you with energy of, baby, here's what I need you to do, da 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 da, like that, like it's a little bit of affronting, because it's like, that's not necessary. That's not how you and I communicate.
Right.
But if there is something that I need to express to you, I have to make sure that I'm in a headspace where I can, or a heart space really, that I can share with you in the way that you're going to receive. And that does come a little more to me.
But can I speak to that for a second, just for men? And I'm gonna be honest with you, men. Y'all will agree with me. We almost would rather you just give us sharp, straight direction because that's how we think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we think we don't. the same things that trigger women aren't the same thing that trigger men.
Right.
You say, baby, take that garbage out. I will go take that motherfucking garbage out and then do what I got to do. I'm not going to think how you said it. I ain't going to worry about it. Hey, baby, do me a favor. I need you to pick this chair up and go over there and do what I got to do. You heard what I said. Go pick the chair up. Okay. Oh, yeah, she bugging on me right now. I got to pick the chair up. And then I will come back because we as men, and this is what I need y'all to understand, women, I'm on here with 3 women, guys. I'm outnumbered. But let me just say this to y'all. We think structured in blocks like that. If you give a man, that's why we work well in the military, because if you give us structured direction, men would just do what you say do, and we're not gonna care about what you say or how you say it. We're like, all right, whatever, say to pick it up. Because also we're used to getting that from our parents and that structured direction. We don't really think like that, and it's just I think just the point I'm making is if we spend more time understand how you perceive and receive information, I think that helps us as men to get you to understand how we receive and perceive information. You agree with me, Kim?
I agree. I think, a lot of sometimes what happens is we take blame. Oh, well, you didn't need to speak to me like that. Well, you should have said it this way. We have to understand, I'm going to treat you like I want to be treated. I'm going to treat you exactly, well, not exactly, but how I want to be treated. So I know that if I say something to you, I'm not going to say something to you in a manner of barking orders. One, because I don't want you to bark orders to me. And so I'm just going to leave it and say that I agree with everything that everyone is saying. But this is why these conversations are needed, because you're from Mars and we're from Venus.
Exactly. And so I love that you brought up the barking orders, because I think it's safe to say that as he's barking orders, he's not thinking about how it's impacting me. Right. Yeah. Or if he walks in the house and I'm on the other side of the house and he yells my name, he's not thinking, oh, she might be in the middle of something. She might be on an important phone call. She might be in vacation. She might
Horn of Helm Hammerhand.
Walks in, and so it took me a while, because I'm like, wait a minute. Number one, I'm not a pet and I'm not a kid. And so, and I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't just walk in the door and yell and assume that you're waiting at my beck and call to receive me.
But can I say something, right? Okay, you see, that's the extension. See, this is how women think, right? And this is great conversation because we're talking how women think. Because I'm not thinking that she's waiting on my beck and call. I'm just wanting to say hi.
So if you come in like,
yeah.
Damn! I'm going to turn around.
I ain't thinking nothing else. But this is a great conversation. I ain't thinking nothing else but hi. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm coming from outside where I'm like,
and I'm like, what the?
Like the other day, when she came the other day, I was all charged up. I had just won some money on the crap tables. I was just winning some money in there. I was just arguing with somebody about this. I was just going to. So when she came, I was like, I was charged up in full. She came and said, okay, baby, we're going to calm you down because you are on fire right now. Yes. And most men, and when they're in the real world, they're on fire. You know what I'm saying? I listen, Reggie, I'm repping the homies. Come in if you want. I put the thing in there, but I'm trying to speak for men in this situation so that y'all understand that like Jack Coco says, the same thing make you laugh, make you cry, like the same thing that makes us survivors in this world are some of the same things that's going to get on y'all nerves.
Yeah, I mean, I love a leader, but if you continue to, if you don't add me in or allow me to come in, then I'm going to despise the fact that, or resent the fact that you keep trying to lead me. Okay, I understand you're the head, but I'm the neck. So you work without me. But so you work better with me.
Then how does it get to the point where you're angry about it? How do you communicate that before it gets to the point where it's a problem? Let's go. Help us out, Duchess.
I will say this. First and foremost, putting yourself in somebody else's shoes, having the courage to drop your ego and put yourself in the other person's shoes. To your point, sweetheart, like you said, you're not thinking any of that. When you walk in the door and you yell my name, mainly it's you're excited to see me and you want me to, that's what it is, right? And so there's no intentional disrespect there. But if I do it to you, excuse me, and I'm also not intending disrespect. I just want to see you and I'm excited. It may come across to you differently. And it may be like, wait a minute, what are you doing? Because you never actually took the time to see how your actions are impacting the other person, and vice versa. Things that I do, I may not be able to see how it's impacting you until you say something. And then I can drop my ego and say, okay, I see that.
Yeah, but that's not your personality. You're not going to come in and go, yo, Lace, come here for a second. I want to talk to you. You're not going to do that. You come in.
But she might come in. But she might come in with her personality. She might come in and run up to you. You're on a meeting. You're talking. She might come and run up to you and grab you and jump in your lap. And you're not prepared for that right
that's
now.
Fine. I'm always happy with the jump in the lap. But let me just say this to you. What the Duchess does is whatever I'm doing, she'll call me and go, baby, I got a new awareness. And I go, you know what? I don't care what I'm doing. I will stop and make time for her new awareness. All right?
Every time.
Troy Buckley, what up, Troy? How you doing, fella?
Hey, Troy.
I need some help. Ladies. I'm here with the ladies. I need the brothers to come in here and give me some help, man. How do you feel about what you've been hearing so far, Troy?
Man, it's very interesting.
Yeah. Come on, baby. Give it to us. Come on.
Yeah, like I said, like the judge was saying that I said female country, you gotta compromise with something. You know what I mean?
We gotta compromise. That's right. We all have to find grace and compromise. Go ahead.
Go to a business or wherever. Like, how you want to? Hey, do you want to go here? Hey, we're gonna go to the movies. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. And my lady be okay with it.
And we are okay with it, Troy. I mean, you make a great Troy. You make a great.
He's giving out options.
That's right.
Yeah, but also, you know what I'm saying. This is we gotta be masculine to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also, at the same time, hey, baby, do anything you want me to do.
And y'all still like to be. They like to be surprised, right, Troy? They like to have that little surprise.
Got surprise. You know what I mean?
Surprise a little.
You know what I
mean? Yeah. So what he's saying is, men are from Mars and women don't know what they want. Is that what you're saying, Troy?
I mean, I can't speak for every woman. I can speak for mine.
Yeah. Go ahead. Speak for you.
Come on, Troy.
Come on, Troy. Let us know, Troy.
Hey, she's my woman. She appreciates anything I do for her. You know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah, I do for her.
Did she get that same kind of thing from her ex-husband, or is that just a new thing with you?
That's a new thing for me.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about, Troy.
I'm a say something. You know what I mean?
Nigga, still it. All right. Well, I mean, listen, Troy. I thank you for contributing. You see, Troy got us, and he's holding us down. See that? Troy's helping us out, man.
Come on, Troy.
Yeah, Troy. But
come on, Troy. Really? Hold it down, Troy.
Hey, Lace, that's a great thing because you asked him a great question. Was she the same way with her ex that she is with you? And he said no. He said this is something new. Yeah. And we have to. Every one of you have said this today and many days that we're all. When we go into a different relationship, it's a different relationship.
That's right.
You're even different in that different relationship.
Yes. Right.
So you have to know what you didn't like from this last relationship. Explain it to your new partner so that not that he doesn't do it, so that he's aware if there are similarities. And the same with us.
You can't carry old relationship baggage into the new relationship.
You can't.
And I'm not saying you're going to always be successful at that. It is because you are a byproduct of the old baggage. Listen, the reason I'm with you is because of the old good and bad baggage that makes you who you are today.
Which is why you discuss it. So now this new relationship knows, okay, I see her being triggered by something I may have said or done. So I'm going to say, hey, babe, you okay? I noticed when I said, get in there and get in there.
Most men don't think like y'all, so we never really understand what the trigger is unless y'all let us know.
There it goes. Why? Hey, babe, I noticed when I said get in there and take them drawers off, you were pissed off that I said that. Well, yeah, because the last time somebody said that, blah 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 blah. So now you know. when you say get in there, take the drawers off, just say, yeah, let me slide them panties down. Or so I don't know, say it differently.
Kitty Kim.
The hell?
Listen, all we gotta do is start unbuckling that belt. I'm like, okay,
There you go.
what we doing? See what time it is.
We got to know what's popping here, you know.
It's the belt buckle. It's like a trigger, like paralyzed dog. It's the
Go in
belt
there
buckle,
and
like
go in there and
pants.
take them drawers off. What does that do for you? What does that do for you, Kimmy? Go in there and take
Don't
them
do
drawers
shit for
off.
me. Take my drawers off. I'm getting in the shower or the bath or something.
Listen, what a great conversation today. As you say, Mars, Venus, and all planets in between is a great segment on Thursday. We went extra long today because I felt it was important to get a lot of these conversations out and really just investigate, because it's pre-Valentine's Day. Just know we're all a work in progress. We are all a work in progress. We're all trying to get there. And we are definitely getting better. But the point is, if we have more communication between our community, then we can continue to build families, that builds villages, that protects our community. It's all part of the process. It's
We got
all
a couple more
essential.
things, honey. Kim has something.
Can I just say something before we wrap up?
Yes.
I wanted my sister Regina Zitz. She's my she's my baby sister. She's
Yes.
on the line. Her and her husband are celebrating their 15th wedding anniversary tomorrow. So happy anniversary to the both of them.
Reginald Maynard, happy belated birthday again, my brother.
Thank you, sir.
Reginald. Yeah.
Hey,
Thank you, sir.
Hey,
And I love the show. Y'all my new family. So thank you. Thank you.
That's my woman.
Listen, like I said yesterday, I go out and I talk about the things that you guys talk about. I put it out in the universe. And thank you for giving homage to my wife, because she's my rock. You know, we 30 plus years in, 1988. We got together and we've been together since. So And you know, and the difference in years makes no difference if you're the kind of person that loves somebody for who they are and what they do. Listen, she relocated here to Chicago after I got here because I got fired because I told, you know, I had some issues. I got fired. So, but anyway, she came in and she supported me for a whole year. A whole year. Left New York. She's a consultant. Oh, she used to be the publicist for Stevie Wonder. So she ain't no punk. She handled her business.
Come on.
So she's been my rock, and thank you for paying respect to us, because that's what it's about. And Mars and Venus ain't that far apart if we communicate.
Come on.
Right.
Put some earth in between it. We can pull it together. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
We just gotta communicate.
Yeah, thank y'all for coming out today. What a great show. The house
y'all.
music was great this
Wait,
morning.
honey, wait. I want to.
Go ahead, Duchess.
Yes.
When you were really, honing in, how can we, meet up together? And yes, it's communication. But I think the key thing, and this is what I've discovered being with you, you taught me this, and I now, I can't unknow it, and it's so beautiful. I never assumed that you're trying to hurt me.
Right.
I always now am able to see, okay, no matter what he just said, no matter what just happened, he doesn't intend to hurt me. And so that means I can drop my defenses and get to a place of neutrality and say, all right, what just happened? And I can deal with it from that perspective, because I know no matter what, he loves me and would never hurt me on purpose. And so that's a way that we can meet one another.
Yeah, I like that.
That's great, Duchess. What a great show. What a
Y'all
great
special.
show.
Y'all
Great.
special.
Well, I mean, we're trying to be, we're trying to lay a blueprint, because we're still a work in progress. We're still working.
Yes, we are.
We're not, this ain't perfect. We're working on it. And I think if we all keep working on it, we're going to be all right. That's where we have to stay. Look inside, not outside, for the solutions. We want to thank everybody within the sound of my voice for coming out this week. What a great day. I want to thank my brother. Happy birthday, Reginald Maynard. I want to thank my man, Troy Mumford. What up, baby? The Cocoa Dreams.
What up, Troy?
Kimberly Robinson, my sister. I love you.
Kim, Coco.
Beautiful. And the beautiful Duchess of Harmony herself, Mars, Venus, all planets in between. The morning emails for all males and females and planets in between. Y'all have a great weekend, and we'll see y'all on Monday morning. Peace.
Yes. Bye. Love you all.